I see everybody's getting ready for tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's evening time here. Welcome back to the channel. You know it is Gigi with you once again. And if first time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Tonight, we're going to have a little bit of fun because that's what we're going to do. All the hash and trash and everything. I see you out there, Dr. Blitz. Good to see you once again, my friend. All the hash and trash that's going on out there with the RAM prices, the GPU prices, CPU prices, motherboard prices, well, motherboard hiccups, and, you know, we're going to leave all that aside. We're going to leave it all aside, and we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. I went and played Hogwarts Legacy for about over an hour plus. So what we're going to do is I pre-recorded it for you guys so we can go back through it again and do some commentary on it and move forward. Now, a lot of people been asking me for more games. We're working on one at a time, and when I get through Hogwarts Legacy, then we'll move on to finishing up Cyberpunk, and then we'll go on to Control, and we'll finish that up. Slowly, one game at a time, we're going to complete them. So that way, we can say, we game over here. Just to let you know. So, let's just dive into it and see what I got cooking. Alright, I brought you guys to my Christmas page, of course. And I got you right here on Hogwarts Legacy, of course. I got a little bit of sound in there, so we're going to have to, you know, kind of see what we're going to do with this sound here. So let's go ahead and just get to it. So that way my voice don't sound echoey and stuff. And if I do, let me know. And we'll get to it. I'm starting you guys off like I started off in the game. So we're just going to jump on to it. And looks like we're right here where we left off the last time. And we're going to continue there. I found it very interesting going through. Now, with the books and everything, I had to go and find 5 library books, but I kind of mixed it up a little bit. I had to go find gobblestones. I had to go find the flying books. I had a little bit of a trip when I was sitting there going through the books. Hello there, the Blade. I'll just say the Blade. Hello, bro. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Right now, we're just going through and we're going to start figuring out how to get the books. Now, it took me a couple minutes to figure this out because I had to figure out what spell to use to grab the books. That was really, that kind of, you know, I didn't write it down or anything, so I'm just playing it by mind. So I had to figure out how to grab the book, the flying books. Now just give it a couple minutes and we'll figure that out, but I figured out how to do it. Like I said, it took me a couple minutes. I had to figure out the right spells. That's when I was going through and I had to It seems that I was using the wrong buttons at the wrong time. So I had to go through my listings. Tried to, and I was thinking it through. And don't worry, there's going to be some benchmarking in here too. So I know a lot of people are going to be asking about that. Right now, I'm just trying to get the feel of the buttons. But I figured out the combination that's needed to grab those books. It was a pain. I had to go. I was thinking about restarting it, but I had to go in and look at some of the features for the mouse to give me a clue where to start looking. So I went down to the mouse and I scrolled down until I got to the spells and actions. That's what led me to believe the actions, of looking through the actions to see what I was missing. And that's when I found that, the 1, 2, 3, and 4 spells were the buttons I needed to use. But that took me a couple minutes. But I figured it was the 1, 2, 3, and 4. But finding out to get the books, I had used the number 2 button. And that's what threw me for a loop, because I was using the close-up and the 4 button, which was the wrong button, so I had to use number 2 because of the spell. So, it took me a couple minutes. I had to figure out how to grab the books, and I thought I had to use that close-up thing right there to grab them, but I found out later on, and I still hit the wrong button. Look, I'm not perfect at playing games, guys, but it'll get better as it goes along. This is one game I really liked a lot. Compared to Cyberpunk. And I still couldn't find the button. I think because I was using that close-up too much. I was having a hard time with that. If I spent this much time searching for every item in Hogwarts Legacy, I have invented my own spells by now. Yeah, I know, right? I was sitting there doing the quest, and this was part of one of the quests that I had to do. So I'm sitting there fussing with this book, trying to figure out what button that I was doing wrong with. So I go back in the book again. I thought I had it, but obviously not. I looked in the inventory. I ain't got nothing there. So I looked in the quest, and I had to look very carefully. But I didn't see what spell to use when it comes to the books. It didn't really give me a helpful hint on what spell to use. So I had to really think about it, and what else could I have found that would give me a helpful hint. I just looked through all of them just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Then I started going back through what I completed, and I started to think about it. And that's when I come to the charm class, and that was the spell I needed. So I had to figure out which button that was in order to get that spell to work. So I wish I could stay longer, but I have to go to the university dormitory. My friends are waiting. Hopefully you enjoy playing. Thank you. I do appreciate, and I do appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget, you can stop by at any time when I have a live stream, or if you want to check out my videos, that would be much appreciated as well. We do appreciate you stopping by. And don't forget, if you like what you see so far, just hit the subscribe button. It would help the channel out. And we do thank you very much. Hopefully I figured this out this time. I'm sure sooner or later I'll think to myself, did I hit the right button or whatever, or am I just chasing my tail trying to figure things out? So I decided to go to the high ground, but after I got done marking where I left off, I'm thinking about, well, should I go up to the top? And that's basically what I did, was go to the top, thinking how I would trap those books. Now I had to figure out the button in order to trap the books. Wasn't easy getting them. Still couldn't figure out why I couldn't grab the books. Still couldn't figure out why. I don't know why I didn't think about hitting the number 2 button. We'll get to it. We'll figure out how to grab the books. Oh, the damn kid fell right in the middle of it. Got it. So that's when I figured out I needed Axios to pick the book up. Now I still got to go back in the library and pick up all those extra things that I left behind, because there's little clues and riddles in those books that are back there. So I haven't been any games worth taking a day off work for at least a year. Yeah, well, this is a part of me testing out my 4070 and making sure that, it's still up to its standards when it comes to, the 100%. I wanted to make sure that, my PC is going to be up to the standard. So why not play a game that I enjoy It's just hard to grab these books. And I figured what later on down the road what I did wrong too. I shouldn't have used the close-up. I'd never needed it. Those books were the hardest. Those books were the hardest for me to grab. Because I was holding my right click on the mouse, thinking I needed it, and I didn't. I just needed to be pointed towards the book. Oh, don't forget your drink and snacks, guys. Like I said, I'm sitting here looking for the book. Can't find it worth the dua. We'll get it. We'll get the books. And yes, when I pulled my mouse in that close, it faded my character out. I still got to go back in the library, though. There's some things that I need to... Damn. It's going to be hard to grab that book. Got it. I got it. I got that book. Like I said, I tried to save the commentary for the best for tonight. You guys got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I got, what, 2 more books in here, I think? No, I got 3 books in here and a total of 7 to get. So I had to go all over the place getting those books. They were just such a pain in the butt. Then sooner or later I'll switch up and start another mission. Yeah, there's 4 books in here. Got the 1 book. One more book in here. Look at that. Oh. It's such a pain to get that one. Got it.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Yep, got her diary. I really like the game. I mean, seriously, I really like the game a lot. It was donated to the channel by Mr. Machine, by the way. He donated it to the channel, just to let you know. AMTBK, good to see you, good to see you. Welcome back, my friend. We're just going through Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, I can't believe I missed that one. Them stupid books. Ugh. You guys talk about shooter games. Ain't nothing compared to this. Got another one. Now I gotta make sure I got all the books out of here. Yeah, had to try something. Didn't think it would go well. I know this might seem boring to you guys, but you know, there's many things we could talk about. I mean, hell. There, I'll make my face bigger so that way you guys can see me partially too. I did, like I told you guys, I benchmarked some stuff out of here. I just forgot to turn it on when I was doing this part. So, we'll see some soon. Yep. That's just let us know that we shouldn't be doing that in the library. Casting spells. Hopefully Mr. Machine gets on sooner or later. I think he's going to be at work a little longer than usual. So, also too, just to let y'all know that this is not a sponsored video. Just to say, this is not a sponsored video by the game makers or the company of Hogwarts Legacy. This is something I'm benching on my own. Before I was looking at the overlay, I wanted to see if there's any lag or anything else beforehand. So that's what I was going and looking for, was to see if there was any lag or anything else. And the way the mouse is stopping and stuff, that's my mouse. That's the lag of my mouse. You know how I stop really quick like that, and yeah, that's not the computer doing that. So I didn't see not that much lag whatsoever, like maybe 7 to 10 milliseconds of latency, but it wasn't too bad. Now we're coming out to the central hall. I think I've seen a couple books in here. Yeah, I did. So, there's another book. See if I can get my hands on it. Must have flew into some other part of the castle. Oh.
Can you remind me what you needed help with again?
I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the wrong hands.
Oh my God, she falls apart. Oh my God, oh my God. My journals, my privacy, it's all invaded.
And the rest of my books.
Yeah. I plan to check out DMM, which is a Japanese alternative to Steam or Epic Games. If there is an English mode, my Japanese is not good enough to read the terms of service. Well, I hate to tell you, neither is mine. That's why I got Google. Probably be best to take and copy and paste it into Google so you can understand the terms of service. Oh, I got another book. See, the thing is, I won't play Epic Games. I'll play Steam, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but Epic Games, I ain't gonna play that. I already had that adventure with them, and I didn't like what they did in my PC. So, that's one reason why I won't never play any Epic Games ever again. They need to change the terms of service, especially when they take control of your PC. You know, breaking inside of it and see what you're doing and invading your privacy. I don't care what kind of games it is. I do not like when games invade privacy of players. I thought that was going to do something on the wall, so I kept rolling it. And actually didn't do anything. So, I should have looked harder at the waterfall.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Yep, I went for the gobblestones. What I should have done was I should have... see, when you play the game, it has a search. You can set it up to where you can find your items a little bit quicker. I was messing around with this statue and I found something in it. No. That was it. So that's the reason why I got to go back through some of the spots I was at, because there's parts of what I need to move on through the next quest. So you got to really do some searching. I know not a lot of people like to do searching, but I was running around all around the place trying to figure out where to find these things. And sooner or later I figured out that you use the map. There's a map you can use to find your items. And me, I walk right off the edge. So I got all the way around the tree thinking there was something there, but there wasn't. So I kept looking around. Found a jumping chest. Couldn't open it. So, I know I have to come back to that one because I have to figure out what's in that chest. If I remember right, during the movie series, there's a monster in there that mimics you and your worst fears, if I remember right. So we might have to go back to that box. Now I'm to the point where I'm trying to figure out where I'm at.
What are you up to now?
Oh my god, the talking stone. The talking stone. I don't even know why that. I don't even know what that stone was up to. Locked door. Right back where I started. I was like, I was getting to the point where I was like gonna lose it. Locked door. The other door took me back to the same spot again. So I had to stop and think about it. And it took me back to the same spot again. And back to the same spot. Oh, fell in the bush. Back to the same spot. I told you it's confusing. So I had to go and hit the escape key and go into the maps. And now I'm looking for where I need to be. So. I had to go back to the library. So I went with the gobblestones. And remapped everything. So now all I gotta do is hit the escape key. And escape again. Now the map on the right or the left, down in the bottom left, all I gotta do is follow the map. It'll take me right to where I need to go to find these items. Instead of playing that, song and dance, find it on your own kind of thing. Huh. Go on the door. Go up the stairs. Go through the door. Go up the stairs. I'll tell you what, it took me a little bit to figure out how to use the map. But once you get used to it, it's like walking through the park. To me it is. So now I had to go up another flight of stairs. It's a really fun game, but it's a really long, intensive walk. It's a really long, intensive walk. Basically to get you tired before you get there. Trust me, it will get you tired. Because of all the running that you do to just get to where you need to be it's a lot. I don't think the lighting was too bad, though. I think the lighting was real good. You gotta go up the stairs. It'll get interesting through this whole video that I made for you guys.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
There's another piece I gotta take and... You gotta watch those stairs. The stairs actually move. That's the crazy part. The stairs move. I thought it was crazy. Makes you see like you're running for years. So I'm going to have to go back through the castle again. And see what else I can find. There's a lot of stuff in there you can find. So I'm going to have to start in one section.
Better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I have to start in one section and work my way around. Only reason I didn't play the game live is because I don't think it was giving me the correct FPS, truthfully. Let's see. There it is right there. Now I had to figure out how to get it. That was a trip. That was a trip trying to figure out how to get it. Nope. That wasn't it.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, now I got the one. Now I gotta follow the map to get the second one. That's to give you guys a little reading material. There's the stairs. There's the stairs.
keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
You know, the one thing about this game is this. Now, the thing is this. Playing it back on video seems to be a little bit more hectic on the CPU. For some reason, the video playback should have been running on AV1 encoding, but I forgot the video playback is on H.264 because I'm using AV1 encoding for my live streaming. So, if you see any little hesitations and stuff like that, that is not the game. That is actually the CPU hesitating on the video. Because I played the whole game today and I didn't have that problem. So, let's get back to it. This just gives me a good idea of what I need to tweak when it comes to video playback. So maybe I need to I better put it back to normal. There it is. Took me a little bit to figure out where it was, and then I looked up. See, I figured it out. Wow. Wow, the video playback on between the video playback between OBS and Windows Media Player really sucks. I can really see this. Man. And it's that bad for some reason. I don't know why. We'll give it a minute or two. We'll let it freshen up. Maybe it's overloading. It shouldn't. I shouldn't have any problems. If I'm having problems, then I'm going to resolve it. Of course. Let's see what happens now. Nope. Didn't make it any better. Damn. So let's just get past this point. Let's forward it up a little bit. There we go. There's some benchmarking for you guys. We'll speed it up a little bit. Now with having that kind of FPS, I doubt, and the latency being really low. I mean, it was like 0.4 milliseconds at times.
I should go and see her.
So it's not too bad. But I doubt at that kind of FPS you're going to be lagging. I think the video's lagging, really. So, now that we know the video's lagging, because if we look at the top, right here, that's 0.4 milliseconds. Right there, frame time in milliseconds, 0.4. The GPU's doing well. Believe it or not, it was not overclocked. The GPU was running at its normal clocks. Now, 10 gigabytes of VRAM playing this is not too bad. I was using around 170 watts at 92% at 57C. Now the CPU, I was at 5.5 gigahertz at 64C at 30%. Using 90.8 watts, and the system RAM I was using 22 gigabytes, almost 23 gigabytes of system RAM. So that's all in the nutshell. So that's not too bad. See, as you can see, the D3D12 is right there. MSI Afterburner's frame time in real time's there. It's about like a 2 FPS difference. The average overall 245. 1% low is around 98. 0.01% lows were at 63. So overall, I was well above 60 FPS on all of it. So, guys, when it comes down to it, what else do I got going on here? Oh, I know what I did. Uh-oh. I left something on. My bad. I left the subscribe button on. Okay. Overall, it's not a bad game. It did really well. It played really good. And the FPS was looking really good as well. Now, if you're wondering if frame gen was on, possible frame gen was on. But when I started the game, the last time I did the game, I set it manually, but it seems this time it did optimal settings. So I just left it on optimal settings. I didn't mess with anything, just ran it as is. And it looked really good, and I was really impressed, and it was all there. Playing Hogwarts Legacy was a blast. I had a lot of fun with it, just like Cyberpunk. I had a lot of fun with it too. I'm going to be going and finishing the rest of Hogwarts Legacy and beat the whole game. Take you guys with me. If you want me to, I can do that. If you don't, I can take and just, play it on my own and not tell you about it. If you don't want me to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. If you guys want to hear me talk about it more, because I'll tell you what, it's a really interesting game. And this game is, they're not sponsoring my channel. They're not asking me to say any of this. This is my personal journey as I'm taking you guys along to see what I'm doing and what games I'm playing. Now, there's many other games too, but after all this crap going on with this anti-cheat thing that they put out there, I'm not going to be getting games that have the anti-cheat in it, because I'm not going to have it screw up my system, my PC, because these developers want to put in an anti-cheat program that actually spoofs your system. Do you think that's fair? That's not fair. That's basically them taking control behind the scenes of your PC. Them dictating to you what you can play and not play, or how you can play your game. If company's going to do that, then there's no sense of me even preaching or talking about the game, to any of my subscribers or viewers, if they're going to put all that nonsense in there and make it hard for you to play the game. Like, I'm not gonna jump hoops for a game. I built my PC. It's ready to play the games. If they want to finagle with the BIOS, with the motherboard manufacturers, that's up to them. I'm not going to screw with my BIOS because it's preset the way I want it. And if they're so worried about direct memory access, then they should have fixed the problem in the software, not the hardware. They should ask Microsoft to fix the software and not the hardware. It's not really a hardware issue, it's a software issue. It's a firmware issue. It's still a software issue. So this could have been remedied and resolved by Microsoft. So they went the wrong route. They didn't want to listen to Microsoft. Microsoft told them there's nothing wrong with the DMA. They keep screwing with it, and they're going to take control of your system just to play a game. Screw that. Gaming has become as bad as buying a new German car. You're right, man. That has tons of sensors that are expensive to reset if there is an issue. Yeah, you're right. It's just like gaming. You built your PC the way you want it, and now you got people that are trying to regulate the industry and tell everybody, hey, they're telling everybody, hey, you have to play my way or you don't get to play at all. Man, fuck that. You know, if game developers are going to be that ass broken, then they need to stop creating games and they need to go get a new job and get into something else other than gaming. Because if you're that ass broke about people, you know, all of a sudden cheating and everything else, now it's become a big issue. That's not their job to determine if people are cheating or not. It's up to the community to call that shit out, and it's up to the community to put them on blast, put them on Front Street, if they do that sort of thing. And then when the game developers hear this certain person doing this, then that's when they should take action. But putting a restriction on everybody's computer because of bad actors, come on, man, that's stupid. You're not going to change the internet. You're not going to change the world. So you don't know what you're actually doing is pissing off your people by putting these anti-cheat crap kind of software kind of things in there. I don't cheat when I play the game. I play the game for the adventure. I don't play the game to cheat. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You know, that goes back to the days of the Game Genie for Nintendo. The Game Genie. Y'all remember that. That's the little anti-cheat kind of thing that you can plug into your system. I never used it. I thought it was just a gimmick and I thought it was stupid. If I played like Super Mario Brothers, I'll play it all the way to the end, beat the big boss. I don't need a game cheat to do that. That's a very competitive game back then. Now it seems like it's Call of Duty or something like that, or Valorant, or the Black Ops 6. You know, like I said, if you're that butthurt about your games, then take it off the market, throw it in the trash, or sell it to somebody that really cares about the people other than worrying about somebody cheating. I know you guys aren't going to like me saying that, but you know, here's the truth. Who frickin' cares if you're cheating or not? Who cares? You'll get banned if you're cheating, so leave it as that. You ain't got to make it a big spectacle in front of everybody just to let everybody know that you're watching. The government's watching us. Who cares about developers watching us over stupid games? Before the developers, before you developers got really into the internet, you guys were putting crap on CDs. Not CDs nuts, neither. CDs. Compact discs. You guys were putting games on compact disc. Was anybody cheating then? On the compact disc? Hell no. It's only when this online gaming come about, that's when people started doing this. Because you opened the Pandora's box for people to cheat in the first place. When you developed your game, you didn't have the anti-cheat on it in the beginning. And now all of a sudden you got to put it on there because, ooh, somebody's cheating. Give me a break. I mean, I don't have to play any of these Steam games. I can go right to Second Life and I can play it all I want. You don't got nobody looking over your shoulder telling you can't do this and you can't do that over there. That's where the grown-ups are. Sorry, that's where the grown-ups play. But MTBK, gaming has become really a pain in the butt, man. I'm going to turn this video feed off. You guys already seen the benchmarks. You guys already seen the real deal. So, there's not much more to say. 9700X with the RTX 4070 running with 32 gigs of 6000 CL28 Clev RAM. Runs pretty good. And I'm still using my my Crucial P2 for my operating system, and I'm using the Samsung 980 Pro M.2 SSDs with a 750 watt power supply and all the good nooks and crannies. So, let's see. Yeah, since when do they dare to do stuff that I don't want to? Just kidding. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, look, if they want to take care of the community, then they're gonna figure ways of making the games easier for different crowds. You got different crowds for different measures. So when they start figuring that out and they start putting everybody into categories, the ones that sign up for the games, and they start putting people into certain categories so that way they can play with in their own competition realm. Now, if you got the advanced class, you got the let's say you got the advanced class, you got the full class, you got the medium class, and you got the light class. So if you break it into 4 different classes and you split the players up that way, they'll be more happier with who they play with, other than putting one that does light gaming with a professional competitor. That's what people are getting pissed about. And and believe it or not, it is what it is. People don't have that kind of PC. They run older PCs, and they're slower PCs. So when you get a competitor that's running a PC that's 100 times faster than what you got, it takes the fun out of the game. It means they're one step ahead of you because they have a more powerful system. That's not fair competition. Fair competition is when you put people into 4 different buckets and decide which one belongs in each separate bucket. And once you sort that out into what kind of operating system or what kind of hardware they're running, and you put them into different buckets, and then you'll start to see a lot happier people. Hold on a minute. I have to figure out what's going on here. Okay. Don't ask. I was wondering. I thought it was my phony phone. I thought it was Mr. Machine, but obviously it wasn't. That's a phone that runs off of the Wi-Fi, so I borrowed that for simplicity's sake. Let's see. Is electroshock aim assistant? Remember that. Yeah, I remember. Hogwarts Legacy doesn't have this issue. The only competition is when people are playing speed run the game or something. Yeah, I know. When you're playing multiplayer games, multiplayer people games, there's gonna be that problem. There's going to be that problem because you can't split them up. You can, if you're the game developer, you can split everybody up into different groups and make it more sufficient for the player, so it makes it, competitive in certain ways. Some people don't compete like others. So you're not bringing fairness to the game. You're imbalancing the game. So in order for people to keep in the balance, they're going to cheat in order to keep up. That's why people cheat, is because you make the game unrealistic. People are going to cheat every time. And it doesn't matter who it is, they're gonna cheat just to keep up with the big time shooters, the ones that have a high powered system, but they're gonna. I mean, the ones that are cheating are usually the ones that are trying to keep up with those big ass systems. I'm not gonna cheat any game, so I don't care. If they try to kill me, whatever. Doesn't matter to me none, because I don't play multi shooter games with people that act like idiots. So I'll play the single player games and enjoy them because I'm playing against the computer anyway. So it makes no sense to me to play against another person. What's that going to solve? Absolutely nothing to me. So, it is what it is. I mean, if you like playing those competitive games, more power to you. But I don't. And when it comes to benchmarking, I don't care for those other games anyway, because it doesn't make no sense to me to benchmark in a multiplayer game. The FPS will be all over the place. Now a single player game, and I benchmark it, that gives me what I need to know. I don't need to play against another person just to prove something. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to take you guys along on my adventure. That's what I'm here to take you on. The PC adventure of the lifetime. This ain't my first rodeo. I've been playing many years. I've been playing games before some people were born that weren't even on the market when you were born. Yeah, I know you guys are going to say, oh, gee whiz. Jay sat with Jesus at the Last Supper. Probably did. You never know. I probably did. So, the game is not hard to run. It ran decent at my settings. the settings I had before and the settings I had now. Okay, before that you turn on the turn on frame generation. Okay, it still sits in between 40 and 60. Turn frame generation on, it pushes it well over 200. So, but still, it's not bad. I mean, you can run it without ray tracing or light ray tracing, but all my settings are on ultra. That's the only reason I was using the frame generation, because I had everything else set on ultra. And to me, it looks good like that. I don't see frame stutter. I don't see artifacting. I'm sure you guys watching the video seen frame stuttering. You're going to say, oh, Jay, we seen frame stuttering when you were playing the video. Yeah, that's when I was playing the video and live streaming at the same time. Video playback is going to draw on the CPU and it's going to cause stuttering when you're live streaming. So, you're running two video encoders at the same time. You can't expect it not to stutter. So keep that in mind. Now, if I was running a capture card and running the video playback on a different PC, no, you wouldn't see no frame. You wouldn't see no frame stuttering because it's on a different PC. Why it does that? That's something. Believe it or not, this has been going on for years with Microsoft and their encoders. Who knows? Something they never resolved since Windows 95. And it still goes on today. Even if I ran two videos at the same time, two different videos, and played them back at the same time, they both will stutter. So regardless, it's going to happen. So, I'm just telling you what I know. And with all the crap that's going on with the Windows updates, can't really expect to have your PC 100%. Even though I try my best to fix all the little hiccups, one pops out in the wild. Like just what happened with the video playback. Just pops out in the wild. Now, if I was running on Steam, it shouldn't be stuttering at all. But if I did that, then guess what? The internet will pop in and out on the live stream, because I had that happen before. And I have enough bandwidth. That's not the issue. It's Microsoft. They're the issue. They're making it almost impossible to run two things at one time on a PC. They're making it almost impossible. So, I might have to start using this one if I'm going to do video playback. So that way you guys can see that the video, there's no problem with the game itself. Or I might have to game on one and record on the, or live stream on the other. Either way. It's going to take a little time for me to sort all this out. Maybe I need to get me a 5090. Well, if I had me a 5090, I would have a pocket full of money too, but I don't have that, so I don't have a 5090. Not yet. Maybe one day I'll get one. Maybe one day. You never know. So, what is everybody doing this evening? Let's kind of move along and talk about something else. What's everybody doing in the evening time? Let me know in the chat. What's going on in your world? And let me know what's the whole huh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. I got somebody that wants to talk about paid cooperation. Interesting. Well, maybe because I copywritten everything, they got the message that when it comes to my content, that it's going to cost them. Simple as that. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going off the cuff. Well, I'm glad they're intrigued with my content. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's different. Looks like AMD. Sorry, guys, I'm going to tell you what's going on right now. It seems AMD invited me to join the live stream on CES for January 5th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is a first. Wow. So I was sent an invitation by AMD to join them for CES. Interesting. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind there, Miss Lisa Sue, and thank you for sending me an invitation to CES. We do appreciate you. Just to let you know, we do appreciate you for sending us that invitation. It'd be nice to see if NVIDIA ever sent me an invitation like that, truthfully. But we will keep that in our scrapbook. So that way you guys know. Keep it in the scrapbook. But yeah. Looks like 2026 we might have to do a live stream for CES. If they sent me the invite to get on there, then I have to take them up on it and go live and live stream from the live stream. Interesting thought. But anyway, guys, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here for tonight. I know it's a little bit of a short, but I just wanted to take you guys along and show you what was going on with Hogwarts and the kind of FPS that I'm getting. Even with frame generation off or frame generation on, doesn't matter. It still plays the same way. To me, it plays the same way. But if you do, and you are on the Discord channel, we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish up over there on live voice chat on Discord. So, if you made it this far and you enjoyed what we were talking about, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Until the next time and the next video or live stream, you know it is. We'll see you on the next one. And I'll catch everybody over there on Discord on voice chat.